Day one of free agency was absolute chaos yesterday. Let me wrap up all the moves that went down. The New England Patriots made so many moves. They signed linebacker Robert Spillane for 3 years, $37 million. Offensive tackle Morgan Moses for a 3-year, $20.5 million. Cornerback Carlton Davis for a 3-year, $60 million. Linebacker Harold Candry for 3 years, $48 million. D tackle Milton Williams for 4 years, $104 million. And wide receiver Matt Collins for 2 years for $8.5 million. The Panthers also made some big moves. They made J.C. Horn the highest paid DB in NFL history with 4 years, $100 million. They also signed safety Trayvon Moehrig for 3 years, $51 million. He tackled Trayshawn Wharton for 3 years, $54 million. Also re-signing quarterback Mike Jackson for a 2-year, $14 million. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers re-signed Chris Godwin for 3 years, $66 million. And also signed Hassan Reddick to a 1-year, $14 million. The Los Angeles Chargers re-signed Khalil Mack to a 1-year, $18 million deal and signed running back Najee Harris to a 1-year, $9 million deal. The New York Giants took a step in the right direction. They re-signed wide receiver Darius Slayton for a 3 years, $36 million. Also signed cornerback Paulson Adebo for a 3 years, $34 million. He and Chauncey Golden for 3 years, $19.5 million. And then the kicker safety Javon Holland for 3 years, $45 million. The Minnesota Vikings were able to re-sign Byron Murphy to a 3-year, $66 million. Cornerback Isaiah Rodgers for 2 years, $15 million. And Will Fries, offensive guard for 5 years, $88 million contract. The Indianapolis Colts were able to sign cornerback Tre'Davious Ward to a 3-year, $60 million deal. They were also able to sign the safety from Minnesota, Cameron Bynum, to a 4-year, $60 million. And quarterback Daniel Jones to a 1-year, $14 million. The Las Vegas Raiders were able to re-sign Malcolm Kuntz to a 1-year, $12 million deal, while also signing safety Jeremy Chin to a 2-year, $16 million. And linebacker Landon Roberts to a 1-year, $3 million. The Seattle Seahawks were able to sign quarterback Sam Darnold to a 3-year, $110.5 million. Also re-signing linebacker Ernest Jones to a 3-year, $33 million contract. The Denver Broncos were able to make some moves by signing linebacker Dre Greenlaw to a 3-year, $35 million, while also signing safety Talanoa Ufanga for a 3-year, $45 million. The Chicago Bears were able to sign D tackle Grady Jarrett to a 3-year, $43.5 million. And center Drew Dalman to a 3-year, $42 million. Green Bay Packers were able to sign cornerback Nate Hobbs to a 4-year, $48 million. And also offensive guard Aaron Banks for a 4-year, $77 million. The New York Jets got Justin Fields for a 2-year, $40 million. And cornerback Brandon Stevens for a 3-year, $36 million. The Washington Commanders were also traded for Laramie Tunsil, the offensive tackle from the Texans, for a handful of draft picks. Also signing the D tackle Javon Kinlaw to 3-year, $45 million. Arizona Cardinals also made a splash by signing edge rusher Josh Sweat for a 4-year, $76 million. Detroit Lions found their Carlton Davis replacement in DJ Reed by signing the cornerback to a 3-year, $48 million. The Tennessee Titans were able to sign offensive tackle Dan Moore to a 4-year, $82 million. And linebacker Cody Barton to 3 years, $21 million. The Bengals finally did something for their defense by re-signing BJ Hill to a 3-year, $33 million. Dolphins dove in and signed Zach Wilson to a 1-year, $6 million. And offensive guard James Daniels to a 3-year, $24 million. The Kansas City Chiefs were able to sign offensive tackle Jalen Moore to a 2-year, $30 million. And the New Orleans Saints were able to re-sign Chase Young to a 3-year, $51 million. Couldn't do this without mentioning the Eagles. They traded Kenny Pickett to the Browns for a 5th-round draft pick, while also trading cornerback CJ Gardner-Johnson to the Texans for offensive guard Kenyon Green. That's a wrap on day one of free agency. Make sure to hit the follow button for all free agency updates.